What's going on, guys? Brad here from Crown Performance. Today's video, I'm going to show you the top 5 ways to mount your GoPro to your mountain bike helmet so you guys can get those great creative shots. So stay tuned. So the helmet I'm using here is the Bell Super Air R. It comes with a detachable chin guard, which is quite nice. And it also has a built-in GoPro mount at the top of the helmet. So let's get into mount number 1. We're gonna go for under the visor. Roll the footage. So what I've done here is I've put a sticky mount right underneath the visor there, and that's how I'm going to mount the GoPro camera. So I'll quickly go attach it and show you how I set it up and show you all the angles. So that's how it's going to look. It sits up top. Make sure you pop the visor all the way up to the front. And then when you are mounting the camera, just push the camera down and snug it tight against the frame of the helmet. And that's going to be your angle right there. So typically when you are running, your helmet is pointed downhill. You'll have a nice line of sight there for the camera. All right, mount number 2, we're going to be looking at the chin mount. So what I've done here is I've taken one of these kind of curved GoPro mounts that came with the camera, and I've zip tied it onto the front of the helmet. It's super secure, and that's what I've done. Kind of a makeshift operation, but it does the trick. So let's go ahead and put this on. All right, that's how it looks right there. So as you guys can see, that's the angle I'd suggest going with. When you are riding downhill, it's going to be more in line with your trail and your POV. So instead of having it all snugged up nice and tight, I would suggest angling it out about yay. So the reason I like the chin mount opposed to the under the visor is you get more of the cockpit of the bike in the frame shot. Just because the camera sits lower on your helmet, you're just getting more of the arms, stem bars of the bike. All right, so the next mount we're going to look at is the top of the helmet. There is a mounting position included on the Bell Super Air R helmets, so that's what we're going to use. So we're going to go ahead and put this on top of the helmet and then mount the camera on top of that. It's just going to have a better point of view, kind of shooting down on the rider. So let's go ahead and get this mounted up. All right, so there you have it. Some key points to notice if you guys are using the GoPro Max, make sure it's dead in line with the extendable arm on the helmet. That's kind of the angle I run. You get a great angle of the bike, kind of over top of the helmet. Just a lot of flexibility in this angle, and I find it quite unique and quite fun to shoot in. All right, mounting position number 4. Again, what I've done here is I've put a sticky mount on the front of the helmet. Oh yeah! And what we're going to go for is this is for the facing back POV shot. Again, we're going to be using the GoPro extendable arm. I'll mount this up. All right, so that's what we're looking at here. Again, this is better suited for the GoPro Max just because it's going to crop out the actual stick itself, but it can be used on the Hero 9 as well. So that's the angle we're going for. Again, it's going to shoot right back at you, and depending on what lens you have on, you're going to get your whole head, body, and the bike in this shot. I find it, very cool to look at and film with, and I don't find it too distracting when you are riding because it is above your sight line. So we have the sticky mount on the side of the helmet. The goal with this one is just to have the camera offset from the side of the helmet, pointing down the trail so you get half of the helmet, handlebar, cockpit, and then the rest of the trail. Just another unique angle to add to your arsenal there. So let's go ahead and mount this up. What we're going to use is a couple of these little extendable arm pieces. Connected a couple together, and I'm going to go ahead and just mount this on the side. All right, so that's what it's going to look like. Again, you will notice a bit of the weight kind of pulling your helmet to the side. Again, it might just be at the initial kind of first few minutes of wearing it, but I guess the price you got to pay to have a cool angle. What I want to make sure is that you guys do have it mounted slightly forward. When you are looking through your GoPro, whether it's through the phone or the app to get a preview of it, you will see about the full visor and the full, what you will see is essentially half of the helmet, visor and the bottom part of the helmet, shooting over your shoulder and the full cockpit of the bike. There you have it, guys. Those are my top 5 mounting tips for GoPro mountain biking. If you like this video, make sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel. See you on the trails.